So today I have 5 cleaning and home hacks that actually work that you can use around your house. Also, I hope to give you some ideas and motivation to help you tackle some of those projects that maybe you've been putting off. I got a whitening trick, a microfiber trick, a vacuum trick, and a dryer trick, and so much more. And if you're brand new here, I have 4 small children and run 2 businesses, so my time to clean is very limited. Even though I'm absolutely obsessed with it, I have to find the best tips and tricks that really work. And they just went back to school, so I have about 2 hours to tackle these projects. Let me share them with you. Okay, first and foremost, when it comes to anything cleaning or organizing or doing stuff around your house, make sure that you create a list, because if you're anything like me, you're gonna be like running around your house like a crazy person and then not actually completing any projects. So a list helps keep me organized and on task and more efficient with my time, and crossing something off is so satisfying. It's like the dopamine in my brain is like, yes, you get it, girl. The other thing that you're gonna notice is that I do wear shoes in my house, but I do clean and sanitize them because I'm getting a little bit older. Like, I need the extra support when I'm running around my house, bending and squatting and up and down the stairs, yes. One of the first things that I need to do every day is make my bed, because if the rest of your bedroom looks chaotic and messy and disorganized, if your bed is made, you're like, oh, it kind of doesn't look that bad after all. And one question I often get is, Andrea Jean, how often should I wash and change my sheets and comforters? The answer depends, my friend. Do you sweat a lot? Do you drool a lot? Yes, I'm guilty of that one. Do you sleep with your comforter, or do you just pull your comforter down and sleep with your sheets and your blanket or whatever else you have on your bed? For me, and my rule of thumb is this: I wash the pillowcases every single week, every Friday in fact, and then I wash the sheets every other week. That just works for us. And when it comes to your comforter, if it's not touching your body, I just tend to wash those every couple months or so. 2 things that I always do when it comes to making my bed is the hospital fold. It's also known as the military fold, but it makes the corners of your bed look oh so nice. And in fact, a little trick here for you is this: if you do it properly and tightly, you rarely have to pull everything out and do it the next day. That means that making your bed is much faster the following day. And in the mornings, oftentimes time is limited. You got to get your kids off to school, you got to get to work. You just make a nice little triangle and you are good to go. The other thing that I like to use, again, nothing in this video is sponsored, but I will link anything that I talk about in the description box below, and I'll pin it in the comment section. And then I also have a QR code on screen if you just want to go ahead and scan that. I love the Downy Wrinkle Release. It's like crisp linen. It really does help release those wrinkles, and it just freshens everything up, because you know, your body odors when you're sleeping, and if you're drooling and you're, I don't know, stuff's happening when you're sleeping. I like to come in my bed the following evening, get in there, and it just smells crisp and fresh. Let's talk about whitening those whites. I think I have this down to a science basically, because, well, my boys' dirty socks, every single, like black, brown, grass stains, you name it. So I have a big basket of whites that I collect over a period of about 2 to 3 days. That's generally when I need to go ahead and wash a big load. For things that are really dirty and dingy, I like to use some OxiClean White Revive. I put a generous scoop in there, and then I let those really dirty items sit for about 6 hours or longer. And I'll just go in periodically and just kind of agitate it with my cleaning gloves to stir everything around a little bit. And I even wash my mop heads in there. And let me just tell you, I was able to get that mop head white again because of this strategy. But this is part 1 of part 2. And you can see how brown and dirty this water is. That is very satisfying as well. That it's being released from the white fabrics, no longer in them, and going down the drain. Now it's time to wash all of the whites together. And there are a few products that I like to use. Laundry detergent of your choice. I tend to be a Tide gal. I also like the Tide Clean Boost, or Downy Rinse and Refresh is another great alternative. Some Downy scent boosters as an added bonus, and then bleach. I wash all of our laundry on a quick wash. It does the job. If I do a normal wash, it's like an hour-long process. I don't really think it does that much extra anyway. And when it comes to whites, I always wash on hot water. Now we're gonna be washing all of my microfiber towels. Yes, I have a giant basket of them, so stay tuned for that. That's coming up. A test that I often put off is vacuuming my steps. When you vacuum your steps, it is so satisfying. It's that little extra touch. And when you have good tools to vacuum, it just makes the job so much easier. So I love my Shark vacuum. I stand firm on that, but you can easily detach this. And then I love using it in a vehicle or in small spaces. I mean, the possibilities are endless when it comes to this, and it's so lightweight. You can vacuum up and down your stairs. So what happens when you get some hair trapped inside there? Now, I've never had hair trapped in the larger compartment of the vacuum, you know, the part that you push. It's just this little contraption, and I think it's all of my daughter's hair that is trapped in the stairs. It's gross, I know. Now, before I show you to get the hair out of your vacuum cleaner, it's time to switch those whites and then wash up those microfiber towels. When it comes to washing your microfiber towels, no dryer sheets, no fabric softener, and no bleach, and no hot heat. Again, I like to use my Tide laundry detergent, but there's something extra that I use. I do use the Tide Rinse and Refresh to help clean out those fabrics and the residues built up in them a little bit better, but I also like to add a laundry sanitizer. You're gonna wanna wash your microfiber towels on a medium heat. Again, do not use hot heat. Okay, now let's go ahead and clean out our vacuum. We found this tool recently on Amazon. It's the Pick It. I love it for so many different reasons because you can really get in those grooves. And in your vacuum, there's usually a little line on there that you can put right in to help cut that hair so that you can pull it out and release it. And on the Pick It tool, actually the opposite end of it, you can actually use to unscrew things. So maybe you need to unscrew a part of your vacuum cleaner, you can use it for that. And as a bonus, if you need to clean out those hairbrushes, this Pick It works awesome because it's got the claws on it and you can pull it and scrape it and everything looks good as new. All right, my fourth tip for you has to do with cleaning your screens. You want an easy and effective way to do that. And with the summer months, my kids had more screen time than usual. So as you can see, they're very dirty and grimy and like what is stuck all over them. So here are a couple tricks that I have. I love this brush. It's amazing. This like gets all the crumbs or whatever was stuck in there in and around the edges. And then this side you can use to clean the screen. Now I do like to use a little breath. Adds a little moisture when it comes to cleaning your screens. If you have too much moisture, it can damage your electronics, so the breath just works perfectly, and then you can just basically squeegee away all the fingerprints and gunk that have been left on your electronics. You can also use this on your cell phone. So you can see here the electronics are looking so much better. I'm feeling really, really good about it, especially as we roll into the school year. They look nice, shiny, and new. And then I also like to take just a Clorox wipe to wipe around the outside to help disinfect anything. But this took me like, I don't know, 3 minutes maximum, and I felt so much better about it. It's time to check our microfiber towels and put them in the dryer. Yes, I do dry my microfiber towels, but I put them on a medium heat. Okay, here's a little pro tip that might help you if you struggle to actually fold the laundry. I know many of us can like wash it and then transfer it into the dryer, put it in the baskets, and then it just sits in baskets for days and days on end. Let me know if that's happened to you. I know I've been guilty of that for many years. Not anymore. I've conquered that because of a schedule. Number two, I like to pair it with something that I find enjoyable. So that's usually a cup of coffee and some music. And then I also like to set a timer for myself. So if I have just like 10 minutes to fold this basket of laundry, it's like I'm racing the clock. So it's fun and it's a game. I got the music going. I'm drinking my coffee. I feel satisfied after I accomplish this task. So when you combine those things and you do it consistently over time, you're never gonna have laundry just sitting in your baskets for days and days on end like I used to. Now here's something that I have been putting off. This is your fifth tip, although I've given you more in this video than that. You want to clean out the inside of your dryer. Ours collects a ton of lint. So this dryer cleaning brush, it's not just for your dryer, but that's where it works fantastic. It's bendable, it's long, and then the bristles on it just basically collect every possible thing you could want to get anywhere. You just stick it down in there and you're gonna pull up so much lint. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting. But now your dryer will run better. You reduce the risk of, dryer related fire hazards, and it's just a fun tool to use. So when it comes to cleaning, I have just a small pocket of time to get some of these tasks done around my house in the afternoon because my kids literally get home from school at like 2:30. Hi, honey.
Hello.
And then from that time on, it's dinner, rushing them to their sporting activities.
Where are you going?
To dance.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
And then it's bathing, and then it's checking the backpacks, cleaning out the lunch boxes for the next day. And before you know it, by the time I get home from all of that, it's 8 o'clock. I probably still need to shower, feed myself dinner if I haven't already done that, and then I crash for the next day and do it all over again. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure that you do it, Andrea Jean Cleaning, because I often share on Instagram stories in particular the deals, discounts, fun things, sneak peeks, insider information. So I'll also link that down below, Andrea Jean Cleaning. And also in the description box, there's a free newsletter. Make sure that you sign up for that, and let's keep the fun going. Click this video on screen now. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you, my friend, in the next one.